Thanks so much, Mel. There is one team that everybody roots for, whether your eyes are glued to the game or you're more focused on those fantastic commercials, and that's Team Food. Chef Dell of Northern Maverick Brewing has a Super Bowl food plan for a game day you can enjoy just as much as your guests. Good morning, and that's the key. You don't want to be slaving over a hot stove all day long.
No, you want to enjoy the game.
Yes.
Enjoy the party.
And yeah, enjoy your company.
Yeah.
So first things first, I love a good vegan chili.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to mean, Carnivore City all the time. So how do we make this, and do we make it a day in advance?
You can make it a day in advance, you can make it the night prior, you can make it days in advance.
Okay, perfect. What are we doing, Chef?
All right, so we're going to start off with about half of a whole onion.
Okay.
Nice little fine dice if you can.
Okay.
I'm going to drop it right into our slow cooker here.
So you have nothing in there right now. It's just the onion.
Just the onion,
Okay.
a little bit of oil.
Okay.
Otherwise, nothing else right now.
Yeah.
So the onion and the garlic.
That's the key.
You need the garlic.
You got to layer the flavor.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we'd be sauteing this for a little bit,
Okay.
if you're able to. If your crock pot doesn't have a saute function, you can just throw everything all at once.
Okay.
Let it cook until it comes to the consistency that you want.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it.
So how long would that be?
Usually about 6 to 7 hours.
Okay, nice
I'd
and
say.
slow.
Nice
Okay.
and slow.
So what do we put in there
So
next, Chef?
after once the onions and the garlic gets cooked out, you'd add some of the carrot, about half of a large carrot.
And that's the time-consuming part, is the slicing and dicing more so than the rest, right?
Absolutely.
So do that in advance.
You can do that days in advance.
Okay.
It'll hold for such a long time. Once the carrots were to get cooked out, we'd be adding the peppers. I just did about one whole large pepper,
Nice.
nicely diced out as well.
Red pepper tastes the best too, by the way. I don't know why, it just does.
There's more. I find it's a little bit sweeter.
Yes.
A little bit more fruitiness to it.
Yes, I agree.
I love red peppers.
So
And
we're
then
doing kidney beans?
kidney beans, black beans, and chickpeas.
Oh, nice. All kinds of beans.
So a nice little trio of lentils. You can find them canned in your grocery store, just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Black beans I like, so I'm just going to throw a few more of those.
And it's hearty. You put a piece of bread with it, right? You keep going back to it, keep filling up the bowl.
Absolutely. You
And
can
you have the
just crushed canned chili.
crushed canned.
Crushed
okay.
canned chili,
Okay.
about half a liter or so.
Okay. Now, what's the broth you have beside it here, Chef?
The broth I have, it's just homemade vegetable broth.
Oh, that's okay.
So vegetables that I have hanging around the kitchen.
Yeah.
Once I'm not happy with them, I'll just simmer them down into a stock.
Yeah.
And then it's great for add to your sauces, to make vegan gravies. It's a great base.
Or just buy store-bought.
You can find it in
Right?
any grocery store.
Okay, now for the spices. this is
Spices. Everyone has their own preference.
Okay.
As with rubs that you're going to put on your ribs that you smoke overnight, I like to go with a bit more classical. So I'm going to go chili powder.
key. Chili powder, which you find anywhere.
Absolutely. About a tablespoon and a half. About 1 tablespoon of cumin.
Nice. I love cumin. Some people don't like it, but it blends in, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It pulls it together. It reminds you of chili.
Yeah.
That's the flavor that people look for in chili. About a quarter tablespoon of chili flakes.
Oh, I love those, yeah.
A little bit of dry oregano.
Nice.
Dry oregano just makes a little bit of a fresh, herby flavor to it.
Yes, and oregano goes so well with tomato sauce and beans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then salt. I need salt on everything I do.
Yeah.
Salt's going to pull all the flavors together. It's going to pull out all the natural flavors that's happening in your dish already.
Okay. Oh, and you did pre-rinse the beans, right?
I give them a quick rinse.
And drain.
Drain them out. And then all I'd be doing at this point, I'd just be mixing it all together.
Did we use this one, Chef? That was the chili
Chili powder.
cumin. And what's this one?
That's just a bit more chili.
Oh,
powder.
more chili powder. Okay,
Sometimes
got it.
I want to go a little
Got it,
spicy.
got it. No paprika or anything. If you want, you can add smoked paprika.
You can add smoked paprika.
Nice.
You can add onion powder, garlic powder, mustard powder.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
So the last thing you top it with is the broth.
Top
So
it up.
all of the dry herbs blend in.
Exactly.
Nice. To the veggies. It's all in the order that you layer it.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to close it, and I'll come back to it in 7 hours.
You don't have to stir it?
You shouldn't have to.
Okay.
It's just going to simmer on its own. It's going to pull it all together.
Okay.
Once it's thin enough that the way you want it, then you bring it to all your friends, throw some buns around it.
Nice.
And they can dip it, they can scoop it.
You have the beer there. That's not going into the chili. That's for sipping?
Depends on who you're with.
Now let's get over that. Was for the vegan in your life.
Yeah.
What are we doing in terms of ribs?
So ribs. There's so many things you can do with ribs. I was raised with a boiled and a roast.
Yeah.
That's how my mother would make them. I like to smoke them.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a little bit of a dry rub.
Okay.
Again, for spice mixes, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I go brown sugar, salt, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of mustard powder, just mix it up a little bit.
So you're doing a little sweet, a little savory, a little
sweet,
spicy,
a little bit salty, a little bit spicy. And it's just so easy. We're just going to get it on both sides of the ribs.
So if you're going to the butcher today or tomorrow to prepare, what are you asking for? What are the best ribs to use in your opinion?
I find it's going to depend on how you want to cook them. Okay. If you want smoked pork ribs, I prefer baby back ribs.
Okay.
They can be a little bit juicier, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more meat happening. And they cook just so nicely. And so with those, I'm going to smoke those for about 4 hours. If you don't have a smoker, you can braise them in the oven for a little bit.
Braise them.
Braise them just in a nice stock, submerged in stock.
But you don't have to pre-boil them then?
No.
Okay.
They're essentially slowly boiling in the oven.
Now, do you have to let this sit on them for a while in the fridge?
Some
or are you
people,
fine with...
Again, sorry, this is going to be regional. Okay. So some people say that you need to let them sit in the spice for a day or two in advance.
Yeah.
Some people will soak them in a brine overnight beforehand. I just like to go, once I hit them with the spice, I'll go right into the smoker, and I'll wait about 4 hours. Once my friends show up, I take them out of the oven, cut them individually, and then everyone just grabs a rib and sits down and watches the game.
And then there's this. Remember Fred Flintstone when they took the steak and the car tips over?
The giant T-bone steak.
What is happening here, Chef?
So this is some smoked brisket.
Yes, it is.
So it's local beef brisket. I hit it with the exact same secret spice rub that I like to use for all my ribs.
Yeah.
This was smoked in a smoker overnight for about 8 or 9 hours.
Oh, wow. That's love right there.
It's going to be juicy. It's going to be tender. It's going to be so soft, and it's the best.
So if people don't want to do this themselves because it takes a lot of time, go visit them. And this is another example of what you're serving. You got the ribs, you got the wings, you got the fries, and of course, you got the cornbread, and you're washing it all down responsibly with some brew. For more information, go check out Chef Andrew at Northern Maverick Brewing. You're going to have an awesome weekend, a busy one at that, and you could show up. Standing room only, no doubt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who are you rooting for this weekend?
Chiefs all the way.
There it is. We'll see.